Good morning, everyone. Gina Bulow coming to you from the Hive. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and welcome to Monday Create, or I should say Morning Create. It's Monday, but the class is actually called Morning Create. So today we are going to make 3 beautiful cards, all very springy. It can be Mother's Day cards or any for, I guess we're doing more female related cards, thinking that Mother's Day is around the corner and birthdays and whatever you need. So when you pop on, say hi, tell me where you're coming from. I'm gonna kind of start off with a few announcements here. First, I have a bunch of classes that you can still order kits for until Wednesday. Wednesday is May 1st, and you can order kits until then. Then I will close it and get kits all mailed out to all of you. Okay, so I'm going to flip you around and show you what I have. Good morning, France. So yesterday, we did the in color class using the new in colors and Magnolia Mood. So I still have kits for this class. Like I said, you can order through Wednesday, and then I will get kits shipped out. The cost of the class is $25 plus $6 to ship. Okay, so that's class number 1. And then last week, Wednesday, I did the scrapbook class for the month of April, and we used the Cheerful Daisy set. Now you will need to provide your own 12 by 12 paper. So I chose crumb cake. You can use white, completely up to you. I'll show you 2 different looks. And I had some masks here. Here we go. Your pretty peacock here can be your mats for your photos. And you can take them apart, keep them together, whatever you want to do. But you could do 2 4x6s. I believe this is a 2x4. So you could do 2 of them there. You could put a photo here, journaling in both, a title. You could do 2 4x4s here. You can do all sorts of different layouts of your choosing here. And then on this side, I made it so you could do 2 4x6s. But like I said, you could break things up and change them according to what your photos are for that page. So this is the class I created using the crumb cake. And then while I was online, I didn't have more crumb cake, so I did it in white. And this is how it looks in white. And then we stamped the daisies, or you could sponge them, or whichever. So up to you what you want to do. This kit is $24 plus $6 for shipping. Good morning, Mary, Sue, Deb, Jennifer. France, you're from Golden, British Columbia. Well, welcome. Oklahoma we have California. Mary's in the Dakotas. So we're coming from all over this morning. So wonderful. So I have that, and I also have this class coming up, which will be May 8th. And you can get kits for this. Now I haven't finished the cards. There'll be 4 cards. And this is using, oh goodness, Layers of Beauty. And it comes with a stamp set, dies, and masks. So here we use the masks for the purple. And we use blends to color on this one. And I started this one, and this one will be watercoloring, and oh my goodness, you love these colors. This is Calypso Coral and Peach Pie. So I started coloring it in, and I haven't finished it. So I have 2 more cards to finish for this class. This class is $20, of course, with shipping. So you can get these kits ordered also. And for today's class, you can still get kits until Wednesday. So Wednesday Thursday I will start cutting kits, and we'll go from there. And then Saturday actually is coming really fast. Saturday is National Scrapbook Day. and I am creating a class that will appeal to everyone. If you're a card maker, if you're a scrapbooker, or if you like to make 3D projects, this is the class for you. If you don't like the scrapbook layouts, but you want to make more cards, that's what you can do. Or if you want to make 3D projects, the class is up to you to make it what you want. And in the new catalog, which goes live on Wednesday, so I have not been able to pre-order. This was not a pre-order product. The DSP is frames and flowers. And for those of you who have your catalogs, it's on page 29, I believe. So there, and it uses several different shades of greens, peach pie, I think it's peach pie, it might not be peach pie, but pumpkin pie, petal pink, and I don't remember all the colors, but anyways, in that 12 by 12 pack of paper, you have the DSP, but there's also 3 sheets of die cuts, and those die cuts we can use to scrapbook, we can use them for cards. So I'm going to show you different ways to use that and everything. So you'll get a whole pack of the 12 by 12 DSP pack, which comes with the frames that come with it. You're going to get a package of, they come in 2 rolls of petal pink and white diagonal stripe ribbon. You're going to get each roll of that. And there are some pretty peacock and petal pink foil gems, I believe. So the cost of that is $50. We're going to make 2 scrapbook layouts. We're going to make 4 cards and a couple of 3D projects. And like I said, this is made for everyone. So if you don't like scrapbooking, that's okay. There'll be cards for you. And those of you who like scrapbooking, you could just do scrapbook layouts with it. Completely up to you. So $50 for that class. You can, and I am keeping that open to order kits because I can't order the product until Wednesday. So I'm going to overnight it, quick design it, probably Friday night, and then we'll have the class Saturday at 10 a.m. So hopefully I have a lot of creative juices flowing that night and I'm not up all night just creating. So like I said, it costs us $50 plus $10 for shipping, and you have until May 18th to RSVP for those kits. And starting May 1st, if you are looking to join Stampin' Up! Or you want to get a discount on your products, they are running a special. Normally our starter kit is $125 of product for $99, and you get catalogs and other things like that with it also. But then they're giving you free product on top of that. They are giving you new in color cardstock. They're giving you, I believe, the markers, the ink pads, and there were 4 things. 4 of the new in color, I don't remember what the 4th one was. So you get all that in your starter kit. So if you're looking to get a discount, like I said, or do something and be a part of the Stampin' Up! World, let me know. We'll get you signed up. And let's see what else is coming up. I think that is everything that is coming up right now. And yeah, so I think that's it. So we will get to stamping now, okay? Good morning, Alicia. Oh, that was a lot this morning for you guys. So who's ready to stamp? Our first card is going to be using the bundle Bright Skies. And I believe this bundle is staying in the catalog. So yay. So here is our card this morning. Bright, cheery. Daisies have been my thing. I use the Daisy DSP in this one. So let's get started. We're pulling in Garden Green for our base. Score. On our, burnish our score line. Then here's our inside piece. We will stamp that right away. Now, I decided to make this one, it says Sprinkled with Love. I decided to turn this into a Happy Mother's Day card. And today I think we'll make it a birthday card. And remember always that you can save paper by die cutting out of your different mats. So here this is our mat for our inside. So it's a great way to save on paper. Okay. And I used, I don't know where I was going with that. Lost my train of thought. So let's move on. And we're gonna stamp the inside, and I'm going to put wishing you the brightest birthday on the inside. And we're using Pebbled Path. Ink color. And then on the bottom of my card, you have several options you could do. And you might not be able to see it too much on the front of the card, but I didn't want my flowers floating up in the sky. So I wanted a little extra grass with them. So I pulled in the painted lavender. You can see it a little bit more. And we're gonna use garden green. Hello, Nikki from the Netherlands. Welcome. So I'm using this stamp right here. If you don't have a stamp that you could use for grass, you could always sponge it. You could use with a sponge dauber or with a blending brush. Or you could do nothing at all, whichever is your preference. And I'm going to do some full strength, second strength, and third strength, just to get some color variation. And we're just doing this one in the corner, because I'm just going to put one little flower, and I'm just going back and forth to make some grass, okay? And I'm also going to bring in my white piece for the front right away, since I'm using that stamp. And we'll do the front. Now, if you ever get curled edges from your trimmer, all you have to do is take your bone folder and go along the edges, and that helps smooth them out. So now, along the edge here, and I'm not using the full stamp, I'm just using the tip of this stamp. So I'm just using the edge of it right there. And I'm just going like that. Like I said, doing third strength, second strength, fourth strength, just putting a little row to give it some grass. Okay, so now we have our greenery done. We're gonna bring in our little flower from the set. We're done with this, so we can put it away. And in here we have a little stem, and there's a tulip or a daisy. We're going to use the daisy. And I forgot my lemon lolly. So here's our stem for our flower. Do you ever have it where things are right in front of you, yet you can't see them? I've been having that a lot lately. Isn't that cute? It's so cheerful. I love this set. Okay, so that's the inside of our card. And we'll adhere that to our yellow piece that we cut our little flowers out of. And you usually want to be careful where you put your adhesive. You know, you've got adhesive going through here and you're not ready to put it down, or you have something else you have to do yet, you're going to have glue everywhere. So make sure you avoid that if you're going to be doing that. And then here is our inside. Isn't that cute? And then we're going to bring in some raindrops. I have a song going through my head. Can anyone guess what it might be? Raindrops keep falling on my head. You guys don't want me to sing though for you. Where'd my piece go? Here we go. So we're gonna bring this in with some Pool Party. And I'm going to stamp off and go right about here. So I just wanted a really light coat of raindrops. I didn't want them big and bold. I'm gonna bring out my other pieces. There we go. Oh, and I need to do my sentiment. And we're going with Sprinkled with Love. I just like that. I don't know why, but I think it's cute. And I'm actually going to adhere my little cloud. This was part of the dies, just so that I don't have my sentiment too close to my cloud. Put that there. Here is our Sprinkled with Love. I re-inked all my ink pads not too long ago, and they're pretty dark. So what is everyone up to today? It is kind of a dreary day here. Once again, we've had lots of rain lately. I hope Christine is having much better weather than we have been having. Between the wind and the rain, we've had quite a bit of it. Okay, and then once again with our garden green mat, we cut the leaves out for our flowers. And then we have these cute little, I'm gonna call them daisies. They kind of look like, I'm not sure what kind of flower, but they look cute, like they could be daisies. So you're gonna have 3 stems. definitely in the mood to get outside and do some yard work lately. We got our grass cut for the first time this season, and then we made it to one of the greenhouses and picked up a few things. So I'm excited. With living in an apartment the last few years, we have not been, gardening. I love to garden and do yard work and things like that. So looking forward to be able to do some of that in the new house. Oops, that one wasn't quite dry and I slid it right away. Deb, did you guys have any of the storms that went through over by you in Iowa? You said you've had lots of wind and rain like we have, but I saw some really bad storms went through Nebraska, it looks like, and it looked like maybe Iowa too. Wondering if you were affected by any of that. Okay, so now my cover stayed right in my little thing here. We're gonna bring our Wink of Stella in. Because like I always say, everything's better with a little bit of sparkle. So we got our flowers all sparkled. Okay, now we'll bring in our card base here, and we have a piece of Lemon Lolly embossed with the Basics embossing folders. And I am so sad to see that these are gone now, no longer available. That 3-pack of embossing folders was so nice. It came with, let's see, this one was the dots and a hashtag folder and another one, and I should check, make sure I'm not printing things upside down. Kind of doing things backward. Oh, well, I'm glad you were not in any danger with all the storms, Deb. You said they were in western and not in eastern parts, so that's good that you stayed safe. So we have that, and then of course we're going to pop up this piece. Wow, having problems here. Technical difficulties. Obviously my glue is not drying as fast as I want it to, and Deb, you're sad they're gone too. I know, they were just a nice general folder. You know what other folder I would love to have back is the subtle embossing folder. I use that on everything. That was another one of my favorite folders. So now I have these itty bitty bows. Little tiny itty bitty baby bows, and we're going to add them to our stems here. So I didn't originally have little baby bows on, but Christine was over at my house, so we were talking, and it was my son's birthday, and she goes, Gina, you made me a promise. We had made a promise a long time ago when we were creating cards that we were never going to have a card that didn't include ribbon. We both had all this ribbon just sitting around, not being used. So we said, we have to use ribbon. We can't, we have so many pretty ribbon and we're not using it. So we made that promise to each other. So she kind of scolded me and said, Gina, let's get some ribbon on here. So we put some itty bitty bows on. And if you have your bow maker, it's these two little ones right next to each other to get your itty bitty. Deb, you say always use ribbon. I agree. I don't know why I didn't think, I just thought it was so small, and I never use this size of a bow, so I don't know. I just never do, and I forget you can make these itty tiny bitty. Okay, so now we have our little tiny bows. We're gonna trim off the extra. Like so. Isn't this cute? I love this card. And then we're gonna bring in our rhinestones here. And put some gems on. There we go, guys. Isn't this cute? I just love this card. Actually, I love all the cards I made today. They're just happy, cheery, and maybe because I really love Lemon Lolly. I don't know. So there is our first card. Okay, so our next card, move my other stuff here out of the way. Will be another daisy card, but a little bit different and more yellow. I realized last month that I created a bunch of cards with Pool Party, and I said, oh, I really need to pay attention when I create. Sometimes I just go and create, and whatever mood strikes me and whatever colors kind of jump at me, that's what I do. And so I wasn't really paying attention to the first two cards I made, and then I realized, oh goodness, I made two yellow cards, so I needed to make sure that my third card was not yellow. So here we are, daisies. More of them. I love them. And I tried that you can do this in different colors, but I don't know, the yellow was speaking to me, so I went with it. So that is our card, and this is using color and contour, which is retiring also. So sad. So we have a piece of Daffodil Delight for our base. And these are all die cut. All these pieces here come from the color and contour dies. Okay, so we will take our bone folder and burnish our edges here. And we'll set this all aside. Okay, so this white piece here, I'm going to show you guys how to mask off so that your flowers do not go into your border. And the great thing about this is there's some stitching along here, and I just lay my Post-it notes, if I can get them apart, along the edge here. Oops. And sticky side goes down, in case anyone needed to know that. Okay. Now, I also found this stamp set was a little hard to match up the solid image with the detailed image. So what I did is I actually used a Sharpie on the back of my stamps and marked where they went so that I knew as long as I didn't turn my stamps around too much on here, approximately where to lay that over. Now, I think with this stamp set, you could probably lay it over either way. It wouldn't have to be an exact, just for fun. But if you wanted to lay them a little more exact and have it easier, that's what I did. So I took a blue Sharpie and I marked so that they line up when you stamp over them. So it's an easy way to know that if you had your blue line up like this, you know to take your next image over the top and line it up over that way. And you could also do that with your dies. So if you have a die, sometimes we have dies that it's really hard. You sit and you turn and you turn and you can't quite figure out which way it goes, you know. I will mark my die also. I'll put a little hashtag on it. Good morning. I want to make sure I pronounce this right, but is it Inique from the Netherlands? We have two of you here for today. So welcome. Okay, so we're going to bring our block in. And our memento. And I'm going to, for the most part, make sure that my blue line up here goes up. So I'm actually going to stamp here. I want one that is for sure completely on the paper. And then I will let the rest fall where they need to. Then I will take these off and I will move them down. And I had ink on my finger, and now I just inked up my white piece, but hopefully I will cover that up and we won't notice it. Okay, casualties of stamping, inky fingers. And then we're gonna do the same with the yellow. So we're gonna bring in our Daffodil Delight. And we're going to lay our Post-its again. Now what I probably should have done was did my black and then brought in my daffodil and done them both at the same time and then moved to the other side, but I didn't. So remember, we had our blue line up here somehow, and that is how we know where it lines up. But I also feel like this is one of those stamp sets that you wouldn't have to have it lined up perfectly. And it's okay if it doesn't. Oh gosh, and I didn't move my mask over, you guys. Ugh. So I screwed that up. I just got going with my yellow, and I oopsied over there. But you'll get the idea. We'll have to redo that when I get home. I didn't move. I got talking, and that's what happens sometimes. So we'll show you roughly how we're gonna do this. I'm not gonna glue this down completely because I wanna redo that. I wanna fix that. Okay, so here's our inside of our card. I have "You're absolutely amazing" and a "thank you for everything." We're gonna put on the inside. You could also make it a birthday card. And then I'm going to take my little yellow flower here, the solid image, ink it up, stamp it off, and go right over the top of my sentiment. There you go. So just decorate. Sometimes, you know, we put things in the corner, but every once in a while I like to decorate actually my sentiment. So Nikki says that that would happen to her too. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I sometimes just get lost in thought, and you know, things happen. It's even better when it happens on camera. So ladies from the Netherlands, what is the weather like for you over there? I don't know, are your seasons similar to our seasons, or are they different? Okay, so this will get inserted on the inside. And Chris has told me that you guys really enjoy having double mats on the inside, so I try to do that for my cards now. Okay, and then what you would do, let's stamp our sentiment on the outside. I like this font with this. I like when they mix and match fonts on stamps. Okay, so we have our sentiment done, and that's gonna go over our yellow label. And you're actually gonna cover up the dots. It's spring in Netherlands, okay? So you're probably having a dreary, rainy days like we have too, but they say they bring May flowers, so we're gonna go with that. So then before you adhere this to your card base, you're going to wrap your ribbon along the two of these. Then you can adhere these two pieces to your card base. You'll put your label and finish off with your bow. And then I've done this with my flowers. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera, but I actually use big rhinestones on these two, and then I use 3 little ones on the center of this one. And I really liked how that turned out. So, cute way to use up your rhinestones too and give a different look. It gives that little seated look in the center. So that is card number 2 for us today already. Like I said, I'm in the daisy mood, and I think it's because I'm ready for spring flowers. But I am hoping when Christine gets back from her incentive trip that she brings some nice weather back home with her. Okay, we have that all done. And for our final card, we are bringing in the hexagon punch. And the hexagon punch, we punched out a bunch of hexagons here and doing a little bit of a technique here. We're going to be using Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, and also one of the butterflies. So in the kits, everyone will get different butterflies. The butterfly sheets have 5 different size butterflies. So in the kits, you'll each get different butterflies, and it's up to you where you want to put it on your card. It's been raining a lot over there too. Yeah, we've had a lot too. So it seems to be that time of year though, right? Hopefully we'll have nice sunny days pretty soon. So what I did is I have a white mat here. I'm going to bring in my hexagon punch. And I'm going to put it all the way in to the bottom and slightly over like so. This will be done for you and your kits already. And we're just gonna punch out this piece, but don't throw this piece away because we need that. And I have about, I think 7 hexagons here punched out. Oops. So I'm gonna start with this piece and just make sure that your DSP is in the direction that you want it to go. That one was a partial one. So we're going to start off with this one here. And then I'm going to start, I have a bunch of partials here from my card that I made. And then I'm going to only put glue on half of this one. And that one will go here in the top. So those, really you're only going to have 2 actually really large ones here. And then these are bigger than your piece. We're going to go back and we're going to go through and cut them off. Or I should say cut off the extra, the excess. And now I'm just layering them. This is a great way to show off your DSP. I think I put this one down a little too far. I hope I can get it up here. So we're going to put this one here first, then we'll put that one back on. I didn't line them up correctly. Okay, let's try this again. Not doing a very good job today lining up my cards, my goodness. So this was an extra one that I had. So that'll fit perfectly right here. And the same with this piece. Well, Anique, thank you for joining us. It's dinner time for you. Enjoy your dinner. And then I didn't like this gap here. I felt like there was too much white right here. So what I did, I don't have the color I need, I don't think. That's okay. We'll put another floral. Just take a little piece of this floral one and put it on the edge. Oh wait, I have enough. Hold on. You just have to cut a piece off. See, this is where I got a little glue happy. We're going to take our scissors. Well, I guess I don't have any. I was hoping one side was a light purple. I guess it's not. All right, we're going to go back to Plan B here. And put this floral piece on. How many of you have your orders ready to go for when the catalog goes live on Wednesday? I was working on that yesterday as I was plotting and planning what I will do the rest of the month for classes. I think next month's Morning Create, we're gonna focus on the men in our lives. June will be Father's Day, so I think we'll have 3 manly cards that month. And then I haven't decided. I think maybe something more manly for our scrapbook page, possibly. So now I've just flipped it over and I'm cutting off all of the excess. Deb, you're ready for some sunshine too. I'm ready for sunshine and flip-flop season and shorts. I hear someone out there right now. They must be out there trimming their lawn. So we have that part all done. Now, I'm gonna flip this around since I have glue on it. I wanna make everything else sticky. And we're using the heartfelt hexagons. Does anyone know, is the heartfelt hexagon stamp set stain? I don't remember. I know the punch is stained, but I'm not sure if the stamp set was stained. We're gonna use Bubble Bath, and this is for the outline portion of the hexagon. And the great thing about photopolymer is you can see through it. You guys probably got my head in there, but you can see through it for the most part, and I did pretty good. A little bit over, but and then we have sending love and hugs. We're gonna do that with Berry Burst. Okay, there we go. So this is the translucent floral DSP, which is in the online exclusives. And I know translucent florals is carrying over, so yay. And then we're gonna pop up this white piece. Good morning, Deanne, how are you? She's coming to us from Michigan. We're gonna put these here. And then I just want extra support to make sure that this doesn't fall flat around the edges. So that you see that dimension with your sentiment. I'm gonna put one more up here too. Our white cardstock is a little bit thinner than the regular cardstock, so I wanna make sure I give that enough support. Okay, so then we have a piece of Bubble Bath for a mat. We're gonna place that like so. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and we're gonna pop this on the inside. And that's how you get that dimension in there. And I forgot one more thing because I got all excited. I forgot my ribbon. Ugh. So we will pop this up just a little bit. This is the diagonal stripe ribbon, and it's just gonna go right through this center like this, and we're just gonna tie a knot. There we go. Okay, now we can adhere this to our card base. Nice thing is, if you catch a mistake early enough, you can still fix it. There we go. And then we have to bring in one of our beautiful paper butterflies, but I'm gonna put him over here. I think he shows up better over here. I'm going to wink him up. And the nice thing about these butterflies is they can be put in any direction. And I am just going to put glue in the center of my butterfly so that his wings can be free to fly. And then I'll kind of bend the wings a little bit, like so. And of course, we're going to add a little sparkle to him. There we go. So are you all feeling like spring now? And then we just need to complete the inside of our card. So we are going to stamp happy birthday. And then we have this really pretty flower in here. And we'll bring it back in. I just keep dipping my fingers in the ink pads. Put him off in the corner. Add it to our bubble bath mat. And then on the inside of our card. There we go. We've completed all 3 cards for this morning. Got a mess going on. Here we are. What do you guys think? I love them. They make me think of spring. I'm ready to plant. Okay, and as always, if you guys need to get in contact with me, the best place to get a hold of me, you can reach me at my Facebook page. It's Glitter and Ink with Gina. Don't forget to like and follow me over there. That's where I give all of my updates. My email is ginaalbulo@gmail.com. My phone number, and this is the current host code. And then once again, today's kits, these kits here are still available till Wednesday, May 1st. And we have the kits available for the technique class that's coming up, which I have not finished, but that is next week, Wednesday. So here is a start of 3 of the cards. This is using the, I think, what's it called? Abundant Beauty? Don't quote me on that. So we have kits for this. And I also have kits for the in-card class. And all of these and the scrapbook layout for the month. So all of these kits are still available and will be available until Wednesday, May 1st. So reach out if you guys would like a kit. And don't forget about the promotion for becoming a demonstrator coming up May 1st. That's when that starts. What else do I have for you guys? And don't forget, please like and share my videos. That is how I can bring you guys more content and bring you more amazing cards. So I appreciate all of your support and thank you for joining me today. And I will see you on Saturday. Yes, don't forget, Saturday is our scrapbook event. And like I said, it's not just scrapbooks. We'll be doing scrapbook layouts, cards, and 3D items this Saturday. And kits will be available for that until May 18th. So any questions, contact me. Otherwise,